Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing the third game in the Spyro franchise, Spyro Year the Dragon. This game was once again developed by Insomniac Games and was released for the PlayStation 1 in the late 2000s. This game is uncharted territory for me. Never playing anything past Ripto's Rage, this was a game that I had no idea what I was stepping into. But I've always heard really good things about the whole trilogy, so going into it I was extremely excited. In this video I'll break down the storyline, the characters, each individual realm, and my thoughts on it and my overall rating on the game. So let's get after it. We start off during the Year of the Dragon Festival in the Dragon Realms. The dragons are celebrating by bringing their dragon eggs to a special location. As everyone begins to sleep, a mysterious character sneaks in through a tunnel and steals all the dragon eggs, who then proceeds to step on Hunter's tail and wakes everyone up. Despite their efforts, she was still able to escape. Luckily, Zoe follows them and finds out that the holes lead to the other side of the world. Since the holes are too small for the older dragons, they entrust Spyro, Hunter, and Sparks to go retrieve the eggs. We then reach the homeworld Sunrise Spring. This is home to 6 main realms, a boss arena, and Crawdad Farm, which is Sparks' level. Early on, we run into Bianca, the one who stole the eggs, and she informs Spyro to stop meddling and that the eggs were taken for good reason. The first realm is Sheila's Alp. We run into Mr. Moneybags where he lets us know for a fee he can release Sheila. After releasing her, she explains that she needs to go help her home. This is the first time we are able to play with the character not named Spyro. I thought this was super interesting. She has many different abilities compared to Spyro, like having the abilities to do super high jumps, powerful ground pounds, and kicks to defeat enemies. We use all of these abilities to help out our friends Billy, Bobby, and Peter are having issues with the Rhinox. Overall, I really enjoyed this level and having the ability to use someone who is not Spyro. The second realm is Sunny Villa. After talking to Counselor George, we are informed that their city has been overtaken by Rhinox and ask for our help. This realm consists of many interesting minigames. This is the first realm where we use Sheila outside of our home, also introduce the skateboard mechanic to the game. Throughout the trilogy, we have never had the opportunity to ride anything. Throughout the game, I always struggle with these minigames, but they are so much fun and very unique. Overall, this is kind of how you expect the intro realm to be, pretty simple, but overall showing you how the game runs and introducing anything new to you. The third realm is Cloud Spires. When we arrive here, we learn that the Cloud Makers are in trouble. The Rhinox stole their magical sun seeds, which are essential for producing clouds. Spyro is asked to help take down the Rhinox and recover the sun seeds. After turning on the cloud generator, we have the opportunity for the challenge portals. Planting the sun seeds was an interesting concept and overall pretty easy. It was fun to chase them around into the pot, and the other is taking care of the bell tower spirits. Using Superfly to help catch them, which always makes it fun using Superfly, but overall I did not have much of an opinion on this level. The graphics was pretty cool, but I did not love nor hate it. The fourth realm is Molten Crater. Within this realm, the sorceresses Rhinox have taken over the volcanic caverns and been disrupting the natural flow of the lava and have been causing eruptions that threaten the area. In this realm, we mostly use our charge attack since most of the enemies are resistant to fire, and you have to use a lot of time jumps to avoid the lava. If you watched any of my previous Spyro videos, you know I hate the thieves, so there's always an extra sense of PTSD when I see them. We also have to use the upcoming character next homeworld to help replace the idol heads. I really enjoyed this part. There was a lot of flames and a lot of enemies. You really had to time your movements well, you would just get burned for it. Overall, I really enjoyed this realm. Had a lot of cool enemies, a lot of strategic movements, and it's always fun to use Sergeant Bard. The fifth realm is Seashell Shore. The beach's natural balance is being upset by the Rhinox mess and noise, making it hard for the sea creatures to live and enjoy their home. They capture the seals and need our help to free them. I thought this realm was pretty difficult, to be honest. We get to use Sheila again, and this time we're trying to destroy the sandcastle. This being time and not realizing how to properly dispose of the sandcastle, the challenge ended up taking a few attempts. The shark sub battle was really fun. This also took a few tries as well to learn the mechanics, but overall a fun little battle. The clear out the pipe challenge was by far one of the most annoying parts of the game. Overall, this was a really fun realm, but just a very challenging one for me as well. The last realm is Mushroom Speedway. The speedways are much easier this go around. Everything is basically one after another, and you don't have skill points needing a particular time either. Racing the butterflies were annoying though. I feel like it took a few tries to learn the map and where the boosts were. The secret challenge for the speedway was really fun though. For some reason, Hunter has a real beef with the sheep saucers, so we have to go out and take out all 7 of them. The boss's arena for this homeworld wasn't especially strong, but it did take me a few tries to figure out exactly how to deal damage to him. After learning it's basically just a charging duel, it became much easier. Overall, it was a pretty fun first boss fight though. This also had the first level for Sparks, where we are teleported to the Crawdad Farm. I really enjoyed these levels. It gives off old Dead Ops arcade vibes from Black Ops 1. I did struggle taking out the Crawdad King, but thankfully you get as many chances as you want, as dying in these levels doesn't take away any of Spyro's lives. The second homeworld is Midday Garden. In this homeworld we get to meet Sergeant Bird. Probably my favorite out of the side characters that we get to play as. And this homeworld is home to 6 realms as well, 1 arena and 1 Sparks level. We see Bianca again as she starts to warn Spyro, but you can see she's starting to show a little bit more empathy. The first realm is Sergeant Bird's base. After freeing him from Mr. Moneybags, we've traveled back to his old military training base. The base was taken over by Ronox, and all of his old infantry members, the Hummingbirds, got captured. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't like going for the skill point, but the movement and mechanics for him is really fun and really cool to use. The ability to shoot and use his jetpack just made it so much more enjoyable to play as. The second realm is Icy Peak. The Ronox have taken over the cannons and is causing chaos. As stated, I hate the thieves, and there's 2 pretty fast ones, and they're really elusive, carrying eggs in this one. You have to catch them while using Supercharge, but it took me a few laps to catch them both. I thought protecting Nancy was a fun little side mission while she was skating. You kind of just skate around and knock them away. Overall, I enjoyed this level, just really hate the thieves. The third realm is Enchanted Towers. Those crummy Ronox forced them to build a statue of the sorceress. They're calling on Spyro to help. This realm had another skateboarding mission, which I found fun, but I still really struggled to hit the skill point score of 10,000. You also have to use Sergeant Bird to help find and locate all the bones. It took me a few tries to figure it out. I kind of just kept running around the map as Spyro looking around. I didn't really prefer this realm. The skateboarding was hard for me and it took me a long time to find all the bones. The fourth realm is Spooky Swamps. The swamp has been overrun with Rhinox and destroyed all the gem lanterns. It's up to Spyro to fix them. In this realm, relighting the gem lights was relatively easy. If you just follow the path, you will continue to find them. I did really struggle with Sheila's mission here, protecting the 2 brothers while they continued their path to find the spark plugs. In hindsight, this didn't seem super hard, but I think I just got flustered and made it a lot harder than it should have been. I also got to do a little mini boss fight here, but it really wasn't super hard. Overall, I did enjoy this level. A lot of different aspects and different movements to find the other eggs. The fifth realm is Bamboo Terrace, an East Asia inspired mountain village, inhabited by peaceful pandas who live in harmony. However, the Rhinox found their way here and began to harass the peaceful pandas and block paths. It's up to Spyro to help clear the way. Opening the pathways was pretty easy. There's a side area with Bentley, the next playable character, that I really enjoyed. Chasing the thieves in this one was probably the most annoying of them all. I really couldn't figure out their path and would sometimes fly to my death if I tried to cheat a turn. However, I did really enjoy this realm. The map and layout was beautiful and it gave you many different things to do to earn the eggs. The last realm is Country Speedway. I actually really enjoyed this speedway. Like the first one, the speedway trial time was rather easy. Just follow the path, you'll find everything easily before time runs out. The race did take a few tries to figure out exactly where the boosts and missiles were. And then Hunter's mission was fun as he flew around shooting the space cows and sheep saucers around the map. The boss arena for this homeworld was Spike. While he is much harder than Buzz, he is also a much more fun fighter. It takes a lot more movement. I feel like you can't really sit still against him. Once when you start figuring out the timing and how many shots he sends at you, you can really be successful. Even though it took me a few tries, I did really enjoy this boss fight. The second Sparks level is in this homeworld as well. This one being Spider Town. This one was probably my favorite out of the set, even though the boss fight was really tough for me. I really struggled with most of the boss fights in Sparks World, to be honest, but this one really annoyed me. But it was really fun overall. The third homeworld is Evening Lake. Here is where Bianca starts to learn that the sorceress's true intentions is to steal dragon magic and not just raising the baby dragons. She starts appearing more as an ally rather than an enemy. This is where we also get to meet Bentley. The first realm is Bentley's outpost. After freeing him from Mr. Moneybags, you kind of just go and smash stuff. I really enjoyed this one though. Like I said, it's truly just smashing everything you see. One of the more fun, playable characters. The second realm is Frozen Altars. When getting here, everything is frozen, even Spyro's fire. Luckily, he was given ice breath by one of the fairies, and it's up to Spyro to free the altars from the Rhinox. Let me tell you, I hated this one. It took me forever to find all the gems, and it took me even longer to do the Yeti fights. I felt like the controls were always just a step slow compared to the computer. It had me even questioning if I wanted to do this anymore. The third realm is Lost Fleet. Spyro is asked to clear out the land-loving Rhinox who are terrorizing the ghost pirates. I had very mixed feelings on this realm. While I did not enjoy having to swim in the acid waters looking for gems, I did enjoy getting to ride in the submarine and hunt down the subs for Crazy Ed. This also had another skateboarding mission, which I ignored at the time, and after Hunter was taken, I had to come back after the game to beat. It took a bit of time to learn the track, but it got easier. Luckily in the race, I had a good enough time where I got the skill point before having to try multiple times. The fourth realm is Fireworks Factory. This is the first time we get to see a repeat character throughout the game. We get to see Greta and Handel, the two secret agents from Ripto's Rage, come back and fight off an invasion of ninjas. This was probably one of my favorite realms. A ton of action. Fighting the two dragons was annoying at times, but pretty fun. And getting to use the last of the playable characters, Agent 9, to clear out a ton of Rhinox. From top to bottom, this realm is all about combat, and that makes it incredibly enjoyable for me. The fifth realm is Charmed Ridge. In this realm, we are fighting off the Cat Wizard to try and find the missing prince. This realm had a lot of different enemies, which made it very interesting. I really did hate the beanstalk portions of this realm, though. It took quite a while to figure them out, which made it very frustrating. This had another Sergeant Bard challenge. This one was a little harder than most of his challenges, but it was still fun because anytime you're using him, you know there will be action. Also, surprisingly enough, after beating the game and going for the skill points, this is apparently one of the more tougher skill points to achieve, gliding over the Impossible Tower. But I did this through my initial playthrough pretty easily looking for gems. Overall, interesting realm, but got really annoying at times. The sixth realm is Honey Speedway. As stated before, the time trials are so much easier in this game. This race was much easier as well, considering you understand the importance of boosts and missiles at this point. Hunter's challenge was a little bit more difficult for me this time than usual. It felt pretty hard to control the speedboat and dodging the logs and rocks. But I did really enjoy this challenge, and one of my more favorite speedways. The boss arena is Scorch. This is actually the quickest I beat any of the bosses. I love all the things he sent your way and all the different weapons and combat styles you got to use to beat him. He also summons Buzz back, which I thought was really cool. Overall, probably my favorite boss fight. The third Sparks level is Starfish Reef. I probably struggled the most on this particular level. The boss fight wasn't much harder, but I kept struggling to get through the level without losing my lives. The fourth homeworld is Midnight Mountain. At this point in the story, Bianca has fully joined Spyro's side and is committed to helping free the dragon eggs. We also unlock our last playable character, which is Agent 9. He is one of the more unique characters and is very fun to use. The first realm is Agent 9's lab. We get our first glimpse of the professor from Ripto's Rage, who calls for Agent 9 to come back and help take back his lab from the mutating Rhinox. I thought this realm was really fun, a ton of combat, and one of Agent 9's specialties is his ability to become a sniper. Anytime you get to use this feature, it's always a fun time. The second realm is Crystal Islands. The magicians of the islands have stolen some magic from the sorcerers to use for themselves. The magic spell starts causing aggravation from the native creatures. It's time for Spyro to help. The whack-a-mole challenge was really fun to play. It took me a few tries to beat it, but it was still really fun. Catching the thief for this realm was surprisingly easier than I expected, but the hardest part about this realm was the slide. I really struggled to stay on, felt like the controls were a tad bit slow for me. Overall, I didn't love nor hate this realm. The colors were really vibrant though, so that was super cool. The third realm is Desert Ruins. When we arrive, we find the famous explorer Tara and her boyfriend Gus. While going through the map, upon reaching the stone golem at the end of the realm, Tara will be waiting there with the egg she found inside. This realm is very interesting to me, a ton of new enemies and a whole different way they fight you. The fire breathers were a very cool enemy to me, not to mention all the giant scorpions. You also run into Hunter, who has you ride his pet manta ray to test out the new shooting capabilities. I thought this was a really fun and pretty cool way to see a repeat challenge from Ripto's Rage. This is also another Sheila level, which hers is just a ton of movement and a bunch of combat. Overall, I really enjoyed all the combat in this realm and the new features they added. The fifth realm is Dino Mines. The sheriff of the town, Wyatt, was captured by the Bailey gang and had him locked up in his own jail cell. When Spyro arrives, Sheriff Wyatt asks him to take out the Bailey gang. I feel like I read that this realm had mixed reviews, but I actually really enjoyed it. The Western-style map and the enemies was really fun to go against, and for Agent 9's challenge, you get to become the sheriff and take out all the members of the Bailey gang, shoot 'em up style. Just another pure combat realm. The sixth realm is Harbor Speedway. The time trial was once again very easy, but even though I understood the importance of the boost and missiles, I still really struggled on the race. It took me around 4 to 5 times to beat it. The secret challenge was also very easy. You just follow the sheep saucer and go through the rings it shoots out. Overall, a fun speedway. The boss arena is the final boss, the sorceress's lair. I found this boss battle pretty easy, to be honest. She shoots out a lot of objects at you, but if you time it right, she isn't really hard to take down. Overall, fun battle with a ton of movement. The final Sparks level is Bugbot Factory. It had a lot of enemies and it felt much longer than the other levels. The boss fight was very annoying for me and took multiple tries. My last attempt, I just kind of ran up to it and started spraying and took him out in 20 seconds. Not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it worked out well for me. After completing the game and finding all the gems and eggs, you get to do Super Bonus Round, where you just find the remaining gems. You have to chase a few thieves to find the gems. Luckily, they weren't super hard to catch. Then compete in a few mini games to get the rest. The first one consists of using Hunter Submarine again to take out the Rhinox submarines. You then go through the next door where you race a Sasquatch 6 on a hoverboard. The hoverboard has the same mechanics as the skateboard, thankfully. I did struggle with this one, though. I felt like no matter how good I did, I always got second or third. Lastly, we go through a door where you get to use Super Fly, Super Flame, and take down the sheep saucers around. After completing that, another door is available to be opened, where we actually find the final boss alive and ready for round 2. I found this one much easier to defeat. It felt like her attacks really weren't even being aimed towards you. Overall, this game was extremely fun, but a lot more difficult than the previous two. Having the ability to play as Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9 made the game much more enjoyable for me, considering they all have their own abilities and styles. I thought the game was much more vibrant and graphically pleasing as well. Also had an amazing soundtrack. Them adding the mechanics to add a skateboard was really unique and enjoyable as well. It's just really crazy to me that the first Spyro game was released in 1998, Ripto's Ridge in 1999, Year of the Dragon 2000, and they were able to make 3 bangers in a row like that. In terms of a rating, I'd probably give this one a 9 out of 10. Overall, super fun game, and I recommend to at least play through it once. If you made it this far, please consider leaving a like, a comment, letting me know your thoughts on the game, and a sub if you enjoyed this content. Doing so helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching and have a great day.